Today on the channel, my good buddies over at Night Demon once sang, "The time has come to be who you are. You have arrived. Welcome to the night" with G.I. Joe Classified Series, Walmart exclusive, Quick Kick, and Beachhead Night Force Edition.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we head to the Night Force once again with the Walmart exclusive 2-pack with Quick Kick and Beachhead. But for all your Night Force needs, better hit up Walmart. But for everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there. And the Night Force rides again, kind of ups and downs with Night Force. Haven't had a few figures of Night Force in a little bit, it seems like. Crystal Ball, of course, another Walmart exclusive going on right now. Big part of the big gondola sections that are going into the Walmart stores. I went into a local Walmart of mine, picked up Crystal Ball and this new 2-pack. Check out my toy hunting videos on the channel every single Friday. But I found these and canceled my pre-order is what I ended up doing. But your mileage may vary. We know how that goes with Walmart especially. But one thing we know how it's going for sure is how we're doing this review. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And Night Force was a favorite of mine as a little kid. I didn't get to get a lot of the Night Force characters because I already had a lot of the characters. And when you're a little kid, you can only get so many figures, so many toys, as we do know. So I'd look at it and say, well, I already got Falcon from this regular one. I better not get the Night Force one because there was always other new characters I wanted to add. However, times like the Killer Whale, I didn't have the OG Killer Whale, but I got the Night Force Killer Whale at Toys R Us. Then I got food poisoning, eating at Chi-Chi's across the street as a little kid. It was a hard time. It was a hard day. The highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and something like that. But Night Force was a favorite of mine. Always liked the look, always liked the idea of the sub-teams. And now we get two more here in this 2-pack. But here, I don't remember Beachhead and Quick Kick ever being in Night Force. So it's like they're adding to the list, I guess, a little bit. And obviously, we know how it is. It's a way to get some repaints, some re-releases out there. But these guys don't tickle my OG Night Force remembrance at all. But still cool. I love Quick Kick. I love Beachhead. So give me all the Quick Kicks and Beachhead. I'm here for that. And maybe a fudgy bar along the way as well. But let's dive into it here. Of course, classic classified style 2-pack here. All kinds of accessories. A lot of loadout with these two here as well. Quick Kick, Beachhead, Night Force logo, G.I. Joe Classified. What do we got? 8 and up on this one? 4 and up. Oh my gosh. There's some 4-year-olds out there that are still scared of the dark. Are you kidding me? It's crazy. But what is time? What is ages? I don't know. My daughter, Emma, she's 10. Like, I could watch Cannibal Holocaust with Emma and she wouldn't be fazed by it. But there is 10-year-olds that would be hiding in their closet just absolutely crying in fear. So it's weird. I was the same way as a little kid. Never scared of anything. Never a horror movie that gave me nightmares or anything. I was creeped out by Basket Case, though. I've told that story. That's the only movie that ever creeped me out, ever, really. But yeah, you are what you are, I guess. But some 4-year-olds can handle the Night Force. Some 3-year-olds definitely can't handle the Night Force, but looking good right there. On the side, Beachhead, Quick Kick doing their thing. On the side here, QR code that I'll never, ever scan. Never going to do it. You're not tricking me today. They're going to steal all my credit card information. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, probably not. Jibber jabber for days. Look at that. And then, of course, a little hallway scene, I guess, for the Night Force, or back alley, more like it there. Cool artwork with the Joe team as usual here. And Quick Kick's got a very interesting mask with this set as well. See you later, Spider-Man style, of course. But we're going to get it all out. And oh my gosh, quite the loadout. G.I. Joe logo. See you later. Goodbye as I knock things over, of course. But man, there's a lot of weapons with this one here. These guys, they came to fight. They didn't came to play, that's for sure. Look at all this. Holy cow. Well, I'm going to take this all offline. There's so much tape on here. It's unbelievable. I'm going to take this offline. We'll be back with Quick Kick, Beachhead, Night Force Edition. All right, let's get down to Night Force business. And I got to say, heck of a loadout with this set here. So many weapons. Usually you can store everything on the G.I. Joe Classified figures. Not going to be the case with this one. You're going to have to get the baggie. You're going to have to get that thing labeled because you can't store all of it. And some of the stuff you can store, you're not going to want to store. And I'll get into that here in a second. I guess we'll start off with Mr. Ito first. Let's go to Quick Kick. How about? And where do you dive in? I guess we'll start in with some extra hands. Now, we do get 2 gripping hands out of the package here. You do get classic hi-ya hands. You got to have that. If you're a karate guy, you got to have that hi-ya hand. We know how that goes. Got those going on, and we also got 2 Fists of Fury for 1 Quick Kick. Absolutely loved Quick Kick as a kid. One of my absolute favorite Joes. When I think of Ninja Joes, that's where my mind goes first. A lot of people go to Snake Eyes, but me, I always go to Quick Kick here. So we do get that going on. We do get a backpack for Quick Kick. Definitely different than his old backpack, that's for sure. You do got some storage opportunity up at the top. Put some of those blades in there if you want to. So we can store some things on there. But we do get this one. I'm not sure which blade. Yeah, it's probably those. Yep, it is these. And I guess we'll go to those blades next. We got these blades with the OG Quick Kick, the OG Classified Quick Kick, the one we all had from a couple of years ago. A great figure there. We do get these swords once again that we had with that one. Black handles, a little red on the end there, looking very good. But we've seen those before. We also saw the nunchucks before with Quick Kick. I wish these had like a soft rubber in between so you could actually get these in poses because these are very brittle. You bend them, they're going to break. You put them in the backpack here. Now, there is storage for them on the back of the backpack. You put those in there and you turn them, they're just going to snap on you. So I do not recommend storing these in the backpack there. But they are cool nunchucks. Just not going to use them because they just need a real chain in the middle or a thin plastic chain that can move around. We don't have that here. It's the hard plastic throughout. Not worth bending those. You're going to ruin them, trust me. We also get some throwing stars here. I love little ninja stars. When I was a little kid walking home from elementary and junior high, there was a little like convenience store. I don't know what you call it. And I probably told this story before. I used to walk home from there and they had a couple of arcade cabinets in there. They had candy bars, drinks, things like that. It was just a corner convenience store. But under the case, underneath the register, they also they sold throwing stars. So you could buy your own throwing stars. They didn't care what age you were or anything. And I've told the story before where my neighbor twin kids got in a fight with the throwing stars. And it went south in a hurry. But it was fun for little Kyle to watch, that's for sure. But little throwing stars with the effect pieces here, looking pretty good. Then we get 2 more big old blades here with big curvature on the end. Even got some serrations on the teeth on this one here. Black handle. Got 2 of these. Very stereotypical, getting all the ninja weapons with 1 Quick Kick here. And then we do get 3 little knives. Now, I think some of these weapons can go back and forth. I believe that is the case. We get 2 little knives, almost like butter knives right here. I'm not sure if one goes to each of them. They both go to Quick Kick or vice versa. I'm assuming Quick Kick, but not exactly sure here. But we do get 2 little knives. Then we do get another knife, and we've seen this knife repeatedly lately. We got it with Law & Order and others. Black handle, silver blade. I think this one probably goes to Beachhead, actually. But either way, you can go both ways with these, and especially the guns. Beachhead's got all the weapons. Does he want to share some with Quick Kick? You could easily do that. You can swap any of this stuff. You want Beachhead to be a samurai? Heck, go for it if you want to. But that's the loadout there for Quick Kick. Now we're going to dive into Quick Kick and his extra heads. And I see this head sculpt right out of the package. Makes me think of that great movie called Predator. You seen Predator, Todd McFarlane? You lived it? Oh, you've lived the movie? You'll have to fill me in on that later. But Predator, one of my all-time favorite movies. How cool would it be to get a full action figure line of Predator? Obviously, we get Arnold every once in a while. We get the Predators in bunches. But man, if we get the rest of that team, oh boy. Oh boy, would that be something? Get plain Jesse Ventura. And then, of course, get Billy. And that's what this reminds me of. Billy right here. Looking very good, looking ready to go. Not quite my Quick Kick. I don't know if I would recognize this as Quick Kick if somebody handed it to me, but he does look very, very cool, and he looks, pretty ticked off. He's ready to take on the world. Got the red bandana going on, John Rambo style there. Looking very good with Quick Kick here. Now, the second Quick Kick head is an interesting one, as he's really living into that Predator life, going full Billy. He's putting the war paint on there. He's ready to go. He's got some of that going on his face. Also got kind of the huff puff, I'm going to blow your house down face going on there with the lips as well. Got that long shaggy hair here. Looking good, looking good. And the third and final piece, I kind of want to use this, but I kind of don't want to use this because when I put this head on here, it doesn't feel like it's Quick Kick anymore to me. At least these, I can kind of, okay, I can see a little Quick Kick. You put this on here, I've lost all resemblance to Quick Kick for me personally, at least. but it is kind of a kabuki mask here. Got those teeth going on. I think we saw that with one of those ninja packs. Didn't we see this in the past? Maybe just not in this color. But I don't know. I guess he's on the Night Force team. He's trying to get a little more fearsome. So we do got that third head. And interesting, he gets all these heads. Beachhead doesn't get any head. Poor Beachhead. Story of his life, never getting any head. That's what I've heard. But Quick Kick, you got a lot of options, that's for sure. Now, diving into Quick Kick more, you do got a handkerchief around the neck. You can remove if that isn't for you. Got the Joe comm up here in case he needs to probably call Flint for help, because we all know Flint is the leader of Night Force. Isn't Falcon the leader of, Flint is the leader of Tiger Force. Isn't Falcon the leader of Night Force? Is that true? I think that's true. It's just, I remember even as a little kid being like stumped by that. Like, what? This is the guy that messed up all the time on the G.I. Joe movie. And then I sat down as a little kid and I said, well, it's not totally Falcon's fault. It's that no good Duke's fault. He put Falcon in so many positions Falcon should have never been in. And that's one of the reasons, one of many we've documented on the channel the last 2 years, that Duke is not a real leader. I mean, you don't put people in those positions, almost ruin the whole world. You know, Cobra Law almost took over. The Spores, mind you, the Spores could have got to all of us, of course. Good thing Flint went on that rescue mission, though, in that movie. Oh, I could talk for days here. But we do got the Joe comm communicator. You got the spot up here for the knife up in the corner. We do got the little readout dash here. I guess his little, I don't know, computer keyboard, whatever you want to call it. And it does say Fudgy Interactive. And somebody get me a Fudgy bar. Todd, you love a good Fudgy bar. And Todd, what do you think the Fudgy bar was? I remember as a little kid, I always thought it was a Kit Kat. That's what I always thought it was. What about you guys? You think that's a Kit Kat or something else? A Nestle's Crunch? Oh, not a Zagnut, though. Nobody wants a Zagnut. Oh, just check out my podcast. I think it was episode 19 of my podcast, where I literally chipped a tooth trying new food on the channel. Man, blood, sweat, and tears for this channel all the time. On a Zagnut of all things. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Check out the Kyle Peterson Show, though. Every Tuesday where podcasts are found. Fudgy Interactive, though. That's a nice little Easter egg inside there. Got the Night Force logo right there. I guess that is his telephone. I guess that's his cell phone right there is what that is. So blocks on down there. He can get on his cell phone. Vest over the top. Got the black wife beater underneath there. He does got wrist tape here in black. 2 gripping hands here out of the package. Machine gun hands. He's got the trigger hands. He's ready to go. Maybe I should give him one of these weapons. We'll see. Nice jacked arms on him right here. Looks like he's ready to do some damage. Got 2 holsters on the side, and then, of course, the back for the nunchucks. Do not use these to store your nunchucks, whatever you do. You're just going to have broken nunchucks after a little while. You got some satchels on the side of the thighs, of course, and then down into the black boots all the way down there. Now, articulation, butterfly shoulder, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. The hits keep on coming. Hands back, forth, side to side. Hands removable, of course. Head removable, back, forth, side to side. Got that neck articulation, waist articulation. You got the up, down, back, and forth. There is an ab crunch in there, a little bit hidden behind the vest, of course. Drop down hips, leg goes up, back, forth, side to side. Thigh cut, always beautifully hidden on these classified Joes. Double jointed, pinless knees. The hits keep on coming. And then you do get the boot cut, ankles up, down, back, forth, side to side. The usual G.I. Joe Classified Series articulation at this point. And he also fits on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. We do got those bags here on the thighs that will fall down on you. I absolutely hate those things. I wish they were glued in. Obviously, I could put a dab of glue in there, but I just can't bring myself to do it. But Quick Kick looking pretty good, all things considered. Once again, if you handed me this, I don't know if I could tell you it's Quick Kick right away. I'd probably get there pretty quick. No pun intended. But it is an interesting depiction of Quick Kick, of course. And I think most of us think of this version of Quick Kick here. Not a bad piece of business at all. Love Quick Kick. Happy to get another Quick Kick in the collection. I'm not against it, that's for sure. But if I was only going to have one Quick Kick, you know it's going to be Barefoot Quick Kick. That's the Quick Kick we all need in our collection. But this one is a nice repaint variant, whatever you want to call it. But now we turn our attention to another true leader of the Joe team. Now, Flint is the true leader, as we do know, but there's other leaders that help and do a lot of good for the Joe team because there's so many things going on all over the world, the galaxies, as we do know, with the Space Joes, of course. And Flint can't handle it all. And that's a definition of a true leader, knowing when to delegate, not trying to lead it all and do everything yourself. That's another hallmark of a true leader like my boy Flint. So, of course, you got the General Hawks out there. Just salt of the earth, General Hawk. Great guy as well. And Sergeant Slaughters of the world, always good as well. But then Beachhead, an unsung leader of the Joe team as well. And he was kind of almost trying to be the Flint replacement in that second era of G.I. Joe, we'll call it, but he didn't quite get there in anybody's case. But we all respected Beachhead, but it's hard to really respect a masked man totally. We do know that. You know, hiding behind that mask all the time, you never know what's going on there. But Beachhead was a favorite of mine as a little kid, still a favorite all these years later. And this one, I definitely know it's Beachhead compared to Quick Kick, where it's like, maybe I'm confused a little bit. I know this is Beachhead right away. I guess could be Shockwave too, but we already had him. So let's dive into it though. Let's start it off. We'll start with that backpack. Usually we get this in green, but it is all in black here. It is Night Force after all. It is the classic Beachhead backpack. Got some arrows sculpted in there, all kinds of stuff. So you got to have that. Got the little crossbow action, looking extra deadly here for old Beachhead. Interesting one. Another weapon we've seen in the past. We do got his satchel, his merce, his man purse. We got that going on here. I never knew what was in here. Are these like dynamite or missiles, I guess, maybe sticking out of here? But we do get that little one for him. We do get the 2 grenades for him as well. NF2. What's this one say? NF2. Both of them say NF2. And we saw this with the retro version of Beachhead, which we unboxed on the channel. Check it out. We saw these little gas canister grenades in the past as well. We also got a little knife that could go either way. Once again, does it go for Beachhead? Does it go for Quick Kick? Choose your own little knife adventure. So we got that going on. Then we get down to the weapons. There's a lot of weapons going here, and that's where I kind of feel like I should probably give one of these to Quick Kick. I feel if Quick Kick's in the Night Force community, he's going to have like a machine gun or something. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But we do get a little pistol here, and it does come with a suppressor, I believe. A suppressor? A compressor? An air compressor? No, it's a suppressor, Todd McFarlane from the couch. But we do get the little suppressor action right here for the pistol. Always got to have a little side piece. We know that. Then we got the big old sniper rifle right here looking good. Got the big scope on the front. I guess Night Force, they're sitting there in the dark somewhere getting down to business. Wouldn't you think Lowlight would have been on the Night Force team? Wouldn't he have been like the first pick if you were picking teams like, hey, I'm going to pick my Night Force team. And Falcon's like, I'm not going to pick Lowlight. And that just kind of tells you once again, Duke getting Falcon ready for things he's not ready for, because Lowlight should be the first pick for the Night Force team. Come on, what are we doing here? Instead, he went to the Slaughter's Marauders. So shout out to Sergeant Slaughter for getting Lowlight there. We do get this one here. Ooh, it does have a magazine. What is it? Ooh, Alabama Getaway Monthly. Of course, the Grateful Dead song made famous by Bob Dylan once upon a time. Alabama Getaway, an all-timer. But apparently, he's got the magazine here. And of course, makes sense. Alabama boy, Beachhead, as we do know. Moving on next to the other one, a classic weapon here for Beachhead. We've seen this one before. This one looks really good. We saw it in green, I think, last time. Once again, you got the suppressor, silencer on the end. You can pull that off if you want to. A lot of extra bells and whistles on these Joe weapons, as we've seen over the years. We also got the little magazine here. And this magazine, what is it? Masked Man Monthly. Of course, Masked Man Beachhead fits in there, I guess. Likes to be a masked guy. And it was always weird in the cartoon to see him without his mask. You were like, what? That's Beachhead? Put your mask back on. Come on. But a nice one here. A nice another weapon. And then last but not least, in the accessory department, we got another big old machine gun here looking very interesting. And once again, another magazine on this one that pulls right out if that is your thing. And oh, no surprise, I think every Joe member subscribes to this one. Duke's Sucks fanzine. It's a fanzine out there, but it's about Duke and sucking. So who knows what's up with that one, but it is here. But definitely looks cool. Not sure I'm going to use this. If I'm going to put any of these weapons away, this is probably the one. I don't know. Just not as familiar with that gun there. But now we're diving into Beachhead. We're going to bring this bad boy home. We got Beachhead here looking only like a Beachhead could look. Got his mask going on all in black instead of green this time, all the way down to the neck. Looking very good, man. He's got some bushy eyebrows that would make Ox Baker blush. That's what he's got going on. And you can tell he's just angry and mad. He's probably dealing with that no good Falcon once again. And Beachhead will be the first to tell you about Duke being an inept leader from that G.I. Joe movie, having to deal with Falcon and the Rawhides. Oh my gosh, don't get me started there. But looking good here with Beachhead. You got the Night Force logo. Got an interesting camo pattern on the shirt, kind of like a flannel type thing. Looking very interesting. Obviously, a repaint from the original Beachhead we had. Big vest full of pockets up there. Got the little red on the top looking good. Got the hole in the back as we know. Got the side piece here, so you can put a knife over here. You can put the weapon. This could be his handgun and suppressor. We'll go over there. And then another little knife down here on the bottom, so you can store 2 knives with him. And I guess he'll be double fisting weapons is what you're going to do if you don't want him to store anything there. But looks good for Beachhead. Of course, you do got the arms all the way around for us here. A little bit of butterfly there. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows. The hits keep coming. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Of course, neck articulation as well. waist articulation, ab crunch. You can get through it on the vest on this one here. Drop down hips once again, legs go up, thigh cut nicely hidden, double jointed, pinless knees. You know I'm playing those hits. Boot cut, ankles, back force, side to side, up and down. Our usual G.I. Joe classified series on articulation once again, and he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand right there. And of course, Beachhead, the OG Beachhead, the retro Beachhead. We did have the Cobra Island one, which isn't terrible, but if you're only going to have one Beachhead in your collection, it's got to be this retro one. This one hits me in so many nostalgic feels from when I was a little boy. Absolutely love to see that. Absolutely love to see Quick Kick here as well. And it'll be interesting to see what else we get in the future for Night Force. Guys like Quick Kick and Beachhead don't feel Night Force to me. Maybe we're going to get some other characters as Night Force. Who knows? Maybe that Hasbro team will throw Flint in there. They like money. We know how that goes. More Flints, more money. That's the way it goes. We know how that goes. But pretty cool set. It is hitting Walmart stores. I can personally tell you that, as I did find this at my local store, as I said. So be on the lookout. Hopefully, fingers crossed, your pre-orders come if you want to wait those out as well. But it is a Walmart exclusive, so make note of that out there on the hunt. But what are your thoughts on this Night Force? Do these two feel Night Force to you? Let me know in the comments below. I do like the OG throwback to the 2-pack, because Night Force always had those 2-packs back then. So I like the Night Force figures being 2-packs instead of single carded like we've had in the past. So I will say that. But let me know your thoughts here on, of course, Beachhead and Quick Kick Night Force Edition, Walmart exclusive. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Always helps the channel. Don't forget SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com if you want to get a hold of me. Check out my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, each and every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube, of course. And of course, Patreon and YouTube channel memberships if you want to support the channel. And you want early access to both channels, everything, bonus stuff, you name it, as well as early access to the podcast. Check out Patreon, check out YouTube channel memberships. So for another Night Force unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?